Okay, let's do this fucking shit. What's up, y'all? Rudy, all I see is the banner. There we go. What's
Sorry,
up,
dude.
y'all? Welcome to another episode of Sitting Ringside. This is episode number 207. As always, I'm here with my homies, Mark Ambu Miller, Rudy Lara, and David Rodriguez. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Feels good. Feels good to be back. I was gone for a year, but you guys can't get rid of me. I'm officially back. You know.
I think you were gone
He's
for
like
a year.
herpes. He just keeps coming back.
Hey,
That's
but
true.
shout out to Joey though. You guys did a great job. He does good for filling in. So you'll be catching Joey back on the show when I'm not available. But yeah, definitely good
Yep.
shit, boys, and feels good to be back.
Hell yeah, Joey. We love you. But today you get a day off.
That's right.
Well, guys, before we get started, let's do the quick shout outs. First to HKA USA. Go to hkausa.com, show your support as they show support to us and to the fighters. Go check them out, buy their merch. Also to our streaming partners, Triller TV, Flow Combat, ESPN Plus, The Zone, and MMA TV. Also, quick shout out to all the promotions that we work with: Fight World MMA, XFN, PFL, Brave Combat Federation, and the list goes on and on. So go check
On
them
and
out.
on.
Also to Foxhound Fuel, go to foxhoundfuel.com. Go check them out. Get their stuff. Their supplements are the bomb. And if you want to get a good discount, use our discount code in all caps FBMMA. I don't know if Rudy, there you go. Rudy just put the QR code there. So go ahead and scan it. It'll take you straight to their website. Also to the fellas, go check out my boy, John Tyler. If you want to get some awesome, comfortable, colorful underwear, go check them out. For every purchase, use our discount code for 20% off. Fightbook in all caps. And our other partner, which I still need to put on the website, like just slacking.
Shell Shock
Rudy,
CBD. Use code FBMMA at checkout for 10% off your order. You know, again,
yeah,
we talk about it on every show since we partnered up with them. They have something I've never seen before, CBD lube. We seem to be getting a lot of people actually buying this and scanning this product and
hell
using
yeah,
it.
man.
I'm trying to encourage them to submit reviews, but my wife doesn't feel comfortable doing that. So
Yeah.
Mark's giving the thumbs up there.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to support us, get some merch. We got hats, t-shirts, sweaters. Go to the merch store. And like I said, always, if you don't see the product there, whatever it is that you want, just let me
and
know,
you don't
or
want it.
No.
let the
If we
fellas
don't
know
got it, you
that
don't
you
want it. Do it
that
like
you
Yeah.
want
so.
it. Yeah, just
Yeah.
You want it.
they'll redirect you guys to me, and I'll make it happen. Um, Best gear that you can get. Quality is fucking amazing. Also,
Yeah.
another way to
Even the
support us, buy us.
but no, I was gonna say even the
Go
Fight
ahead.
Book MMA suit. I know I forgot my suit. It was at the cleaners. It was bad weather. I'm telling you, I was walking out. It blew out of my hand, fell in the mud. I had to take it right back
Oh,
into the cleaners. So unfortunately tonight I don't got my suit.
Right.
So maybe
damn
next
it.
week.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
next week.
That's a bummer, dude.
Also, if you want to buy us a cup of coffee, scan the QR code that's up here, or here, wherever I'm pointing. It's somewhere around here. Go click it. Buy us a cup of coffee. We could use it. We do our shows pretty late, so yeah. Thank you. All right, guys, let's do the rundown of the events. That wait. Before I get to the rundown, we have a badass guest jumping on sometime tonight. Fernando El Valiente Padilla. He's actually right now cutting weight. He's gonna go and make weight tomorrow so he can perform, starting the main card for the UFC Fight Night on Saturday. How badass is that? That we get to talk to our boy Fer before the weigh-ins
Yeah,
for his UFC fight.
yeah. It's a tradition. I mean, each and every time. I mean, on his meeting the guy for the first time back in what was it, Rob?
Oh, bro, this was
2017.
yeah, in
So
LFA when they came over here in Albuquerque. That's when we met Fernando, and ever since then we just became friends with him. So we've
yeah,
been supporting this guy for the longest time, and he loves fight book MMA. He loves sitting ringside. He's always just the realest of the reals on our show, man.
yeah.
So I can't wait to talk to him again. So yeah. But let's get on it. Let's do the rundown of the upcoming events that are happening. We have the MMA, kickboxing, grappling, Muay Thai category. Bellator Champion Series in Belfast, March 22nd. Fight Book MMA is going to be covering that event. Emmett Glenn is going to be there as our journalist,
Ah,
and Nikki Johnston, she's going to be our photographer.
Nice.
So expect some awesome pictures. Nikki, she is, her pictures are fucking amazing. So go check it out. We will be getting a lot of pictures from her.
Oh
And like I
shit.
said, Emmett is going to be um, doing the live coverage, and yeah, he puts in work when he covers events for us. So this is badass. It's the first
pulling.
event. What's up?
No, Emmett pulling a 24-hour
Oh,
shift for Fight Book MMA. So
fuck yeah, he
yeah,
Oh
is.
yeah.
Right
yeah.
on. And then your boy right here, he's going to be covering, as always, every Friday morning, one Friday Fights 56. I will be doing the live results and have the live stream at the website. Also, we have on March 23rd, Ryzen Landmark 9. Don't miss that event. Also, UFC on ESPN 53. Chivas versus Namayunas. And then we go across the pond with Octagon 55. Then we come back to the States with LFA 175 Neto versus Antunes. And streaming live on Fightbook MMA, we have Iron Lion Spartans Cup 17, Andres Mera versus Danny Chen. Boxing, not so much. We only got two events. The first one's going to be streaming at the website on the 22nd of March. Pulse Boxing, Albert the Prince Bell versus Jonathan Romero. And live on the zone in Sheffield, England, Dalton Smith versus Jose Cepeda. This is a 12 rounder in the junior welterweight. Then we have a title fight, Sandy Ryan versus Terry Harper. This is a 10 rounder for Ryan's WBO women's welterweight title. And also our friend of the show and a Fight Book MMA, Sam Alvey. He's going to be fighting this Saturday as well at Karate Combat. Yeah, so shout out to Sam. Always a huge supporter of yours. Let's see.
Yeah, he's fighting Carlos Arroyo, formerly UFC fighter, moving back Jackson Wink guy, but very tough dude, man. But Sam Alvey, tough as nails, man. Sam's made that transition to Karate Combat, and he's looking good, man. So definitely check that out.
Hell yeah. Quick shout out to Ray Viza. He's a homie of mine, MMA fighter here in Albuquerque. He's says in the comments, "What's up, brothers?" And of course, our friend, our boy, the one that holds it down in the Facebook group, Ray Castro. What's going
What
on?
up?
All right, guys. So we had a UFC event, UFC Fight Night 239.
Hey,
Nope,
bro,
nope,
what do we always
not
say,
yet.
man? What do we always say?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not a
that's
real
right.
fight fan, bro. You didn't even say it, so
You
you're
know,
definitely not a
it,
real fight
it's
fan.
it's been so long since we've done this with David in our presence that I totally just blanked out because I was the one
Well,
that's
guess what?
usually doing it.
You're not a real fight fan. You didn't remember.
Yeah, and just a
David,
friendly
go ahead,
reminder.
bro. Yes.
Just a friendly reminder. If you're not watching every single round of every fight of every event that Rob just mentioned, and you got to watch the new Conor McGregor Roadhouse remix, drinking Bud Light. You got to do everything. We've mentioned it on the show many times, but the rules are getting more strict, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
So
they are.
pay attention. But yeah, you're not a real
You
fight
got to
fan.
do the fucking Friday challenge too, and drinking some Bud Light and watching reruns of Power Slap on your iPad or
Mm,
your phone.
Hey,
no.
speaking of Power Slap, they made that announcement yesterday that their next event is April 11th.
Mm.
So that's gonna
But
be
makes
That
dope.
sounds
sense.
like some outside the cage news, Rob.
Yeah.
Well, it's around the
Well,
time of UFC 300, so that definitely makes sense. So.
yeah, that we'll talk about 300's poster here at the Outside the Cage News. So, yeah,
Oh
But
God. Oh
yeah,
God. Yeah.
there's
Forgot about
plenty of
that.
outside the cage news. We got a
yeah.
lot to talk about, boys, but we'll touch on last week's event. I know not the greatest event. I did not see Marcin Tybura going in there and just. I mean, Tai Tuivasa, we know he usually likes to get the job done quick, but man, Tybura got busted up quick. Was able to keep him on the ground and laid down some hammers, man, with that ground and pound. Tuivasa hung in there for a little bit, just got choked out, man. That'd be what 5 losses in a row, 4 in a row. So it's that he's in that territory. He's in
Curtains,
that zone, right?
curtains for sure, bro. Curtains for sure. I picked Marcin to win last week and on Tapology,
Yeah.
and it was a good pick, man. I know a lot of people were wanting to see that shoey at the end, but it
Yeah.
just didn't happen. Did not happen.
Well, I think
Marcin
we'll be seeing some.
Tybura, man. Yeah, going in there in the first round. Dude, is that lightning?
Yeah, bro. It's storming out here in Dallas.
Oh, shit.
Wow. No,
It's
it's
pretty
going to
cool,
be
man.
the shoeys are going to be taking place in PFL in a few short months for two of us. So look forward
Bro, I
to
was
that. That's just my
disappointed,
take.
man.
I mean,
I wanted to see Marcin Tybura. I wanted to see Marcin Tybura get knocked out because of that silly haircut he had. He looked like that guy from that movie, The Fifth Element, Gary Oldman. Remember, he had that same fucking haircut, and then Elon got that haircut too. And then
Right?
man.
it was funny, man.
But
No, no,
overall
no.
ranking of
Well,
the card, I mean, we did have virtual stoppage, Brian Battle and Anguissa, and that was just strange as shit. And I could see Brian Battle getting rebooked soon. Not this won't definitely won't be a rematch, but yeah,
fuck
Brian Battle, man, I'm interested to see him fight anybody at that weight class. He looked huge. He looked like he got a little bit
hmm
stronger. It was pretty obvious that he had a size advantage, but it was strange though, man. I don't know. Anguissa may have wanted out. Like, I mean, I know all these guys are professional. They don't go in there, and there is that fear. We've heard a lot of fighters talk about it. Like TJ Dillashaw says that that fear. He embraces that and it brings out the best in him. But for some reason, Angluso, it seemed like he wanted out of there, and even the commentary panel, mentioned that as well. So, but disappointing. And then of course, Ovin St. Preux and Kennedy. That was a strange one. Like even
Um,
Ovin St. Preux, what is he, 40 years old, and man, once upon a time he took the great Johnny Bones Jones 5 rounds, right? So here we are now in 2024. He's still fighting on main card. So
Yeah, man.
and
I
was
think
gifted a win.
Lusa was. If you're gonna be that pissed off at you know saying that you're not gonna be able to see, but yet then at the end when they stop it and Brian Battle calls him out and Lusa starts going at it. I mean, okay, you're not. You can see because you wouldn't be doing
yeah,
what you're doing, crying. Oh, I can't see, and then you do that shit. Nah, bro. Nah.
yeah. See, that's
You're
the
a
Hey,
thing
little
bro, you know
too.
what?
punk. Little punk.
I was gonna say, man, that I'm just glad that Brian Battle changed his nickname from Pooh Bear to the Butcher. The Butcher's a
Yeah,
badass
that's a
nickname,
good
and
nickname.
I said it on last week's show. I said I ain't calling no
He
grown
probably
man
heard you.
Pooh
'Cause
Bear. I'm not gonna
I'm
call a
friend
grown man Pooh Bear.
I'm friends with
And
Brian on Facebook, so he probably cut that stream and he's like, "Fuck."
I think he
Yeah,
stopped
man.
using that nickname when he cut his hair. Remember, he came out with that Kenny
Mm-hmm.
G hair.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that
Mm-hmm.
shit? Yeah. So
Oh, curly
I like
and
Brian the Butcher.
long.
It's a shame we didn't get to see an end to that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, you know. That I
Yeah,
want to see his next fight. He's exciting, man. He kind of
yeah, he is.
reminds me of what the hell's that guy's name, dude? I can't remember his name. Oh
Uh-oh.
well, I'll
Yeah,
What
remember
because
about?
it.
go ahead, Rob.
Go ahead, David.
No, I was just say
Now,
the matchups for Brian Battle. I mean, there's I mean, I know our boy Tim Means got booked today. I was kind of hoping that may in fact would have lined up, just like old school, new school. But we'll talk about Tim
mhm.
Means, his fight book. I think he's fighting Eros Medic, so that is a banger right there. And when is Tim Means not in a banger of a fight? But we'll get to that in some
Oh, I
outside the cage
know.
news. But Battle against anybody, I'm interested. That was a shitty ending, and like there's been controversial stuff like the doctor or the ref comes in, like, can you see? I can't see. Immediate stoppage, or the doctor comes in, and then yeah, it's happened a lot lately in the new year. You know what I mean? But it's a never a good trend to have. So, but
I
the
just think they
another
got to do away
controversial
with
fight.
doctors, bro.
Yeah, well, I
Do away
mean,
with doctors altogether.
just let them go all out like that. What was that promotion from last week with the complete bloodbath? Forget what it
Oh
was,
yeah,
but
Oh
every
yeah.
if every fight was like that, nobody would complain about anything, right? So.
true.
But Christian Rodriguez, Isaac Dulgarian, I had the fight for Dulgarian, man. Like C-Rod is legit. Like he's a top prospect at 145. I think he's closing in on like the top 25 rankings. So young stud. But I don't know, how do you guys have that fight scored though? Because it's a little controversial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it was split decision. I could see it either way. It wasn't all that entertaining. What I was very impressed with was Ovin St. Peru, man. Um,
Hmm.
beating Kennedy and Chukwu, and that was another split decision. But
Hmm.
damn, Kennedy's just like his striking is like a stick in the mud, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He has weird footwork, and OSP's like what? He's 40.
Yeah, he started to
Sounds
turn it
like
He's
it.
on
been in
too
the,
late, and yeah, he still has
yeah,
some gas in the tank, and he's a guy that's pretty much fought everybody at that weight class, and don't know who they match him up with next, but it's kind of crazy that where he's at in his career at 40, still on a main card, and I don't know. The main card was strange, you know what I mean? Given the co-main, the controversial, Tai Tuivasa went out there, got started. So not the best. Chassan still super legit. Got a quick stoppage on Pani Kinzad.
Mm-hmm.
Peak slip of the night. I got it. I hate to say this, but the Junkyard Dog, Brian Barberina, I believe he may in fact be released from the UFC, right?
Yeah.
yo, yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
dude.
I see
Victorino,
that for
Yeah.
sure, man.
he's
I
got
see
the
a
pinch
Mike
out.
Perry fight. Yeah, if there's
OSP
ever a Mike,
was potentially on the chopping block, but he won. Barberina was
yeah,
the other guy, and damn,
Mm-hmm.
tough
yeah.
loss.
OSP seen the
Bro.
PFL banner in the review mirror
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
But
yeah, he is.
You know who was
but
the most
Brian,
impressive to me, bro, was of the whole event was Jafil Filo versus
Oh, bro, I
Odie
was just
Osborne.
gonna mention that fight, dude.
Performance of the night. That dude is
Bro.
he is something else on the ground.
yeah.
Mm.
That was
Man,
impressive.
he sunk that choke in slick.
And I think Thiago Moises. I know you guys did the show last week, did your picks, but man, Thiago Moises is a guy that will just finish you with kicks. And what did he do? Finishes it with a leg kick in the third round, and that would have been
Mm.
my pick. I mean, Moises has done it before a couple of times. He has some leg kick stoppages, so I liked that fight. I liked his performance. That was a grind out win too for him. Jacqueline Amarim. I know you guys were all on Jacqueline last week. Not surprising.
Mm.
She went out there. That great armbar. She's super legit. She's a dark horse prospect at 115. So,
Yeah.
and overall, what is the card though? I'm gonna give it a
Eight.
solid 5.8.
5.8. Damn, that's pretty good, dude. I'd give it a
5.5.
5.
David,
I was gonna give it a solid 5.
5.
Yeah,
5.6.
I might give it a 6.
see, you guys are
Yeah.
coming down with the D-Rod rankings over here, so you got to be pretty harsh and critical. And
Well, I
yeah,
mean, it
but
wasn't the best card in the world, you know. It was
And
just,
it was okay. I mean,
yeah, it
I
was
like the
alright.
poster. The poster was cool.
Yeah,
Look at
Yeah.
that.
poster was nice, but
I think some
It's
takeaways
really
from it
dope.
though is Brian Battle versus anybody. That's must see, must watch material. Jacqueline
Mm-hmm.
Amarim,
Mm-hmm.
look out for her at 115. She may
Yep.
in fact be 2 wins away from a title shot. Thiago
Yep.
Moises is always tough as nails at 155. And
Mm-hmm.
how long will it be before Brian Barberina is fighting Mike Perry in BKFC? Right?
Probably in 2 weeks.
by November.
Yeah, I'd say by
Here in
August.
Albuquerque.
Yeah, no, by August, and they just keep showing up to Albuquerque every 3 weeks.
They'll be
Yeah,
going
so
to the Tingly.
yeah, they just don't go away. But yeah, but that's for another show, for another topic, for I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
BKFC.
So
Hey, so
our friend of the show, my buddy here from Albuquerque, Anthony, he says the last card seemed like a direction UFC is going, somewhat downhill.
Hey, we will get to that. We will talk about
Yeah.
the antitrust lawsuit. It kind of falls into
Yep.
that territory
Yep.
with the fighter paying that. So for sure, Anthony, I'm with you, man. And if you listen to the show, you hear my gradings of cards, and I've been watching this stuff for a long time. Watched a lot of fights live.
Yeah.
The product now is that, I mean, we're going on 3 straight cards where since I guess the O'Malley card was pretty good, but we talked about it time and time again. Like the UFC, they're running out of stars, and
Mm-hmm.
and they're not paying them
Mm-hmm.
all that well either, and it doesn't look like that's going to change.
Mm-mm.
So we'll get to that.
Yep.
But I
Well,
guess we can. Yeah, Rob, where do you want to go?
yeah,
Good
let's
call.
let's get into the let's get into the outside the cage news. I know Fed is probably still cutting some weight right now, so
Yep.
but yeah, let's get on.
Inside the Cage News.
Yeah, definitely. Outside the cage news has been a lot more interesting than the fights, right? Or in some people's opinion, but Rudy, why the hell are we still talking about the whole fucking Ian Gary drama with his wife? He's still going back and forth with Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland said he's mentally unstable. He's rich. Why is this soap opera continuing? Rudy Lara.
no, because Ian won't let it go, and he's upset. He's upset, man. He's the kind of guy who wants to have the last word in, and
Yeah.
if he can't get the last word in, he's gonna go online and cry about it. And that's exactly what he's doing. I
Yep.
mean, leave his wife out of it. She's kind of cringe, but whatever. That's a woman he wants to
Yeah.
be with. I can judge him. And I don't care if other people judge him either. The fact of the matter is that motherfucker, he tried to turn heel, and he did it with Neil Magny of all people. Um, he tried to imply that the dude was a child beater, bro, and beating his kids and talking about his family. And then somebody all of a sudden starts doing it to him and bullying him, and he played the victim. And that's what he continues to do. So I don't know, man. I respect Ian Machado Gary's, you know, his fighting capabilities, but he's kind of cringe now, man. I wish he would just
He is.
shut up and go to work, bro. Shut up and go to work and
Shut up
just
and
show
fight.
everybody.
Yeah.
Show everybody. I believe that guy can be a champ, man.
Mhm.
He's awesome. He really is, man. But I think lately being on the social media is kind of gotten to his head, bro.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to hear about it. It's just there, based on whatever feed I'm looking at. Not on the Twitter machine. I'm not necessarily on Instagram, but it's kind of unavoidable. And given that it was sort of a slow news week for mixed martial arts and UFC in general, besides the antitrust lawsuit, but yeah, I agree. Ian Gary can eventually be a champion. He just proved that the beating a guy like Jeff Neal, and he's picking at the bone with the Colby Covington that fight is very interesting. I do like that matchup.
That'd be fun.
You insert Jack Della Maddalena, and of course you got Shavkat. Those are like the top dogs, and you know what I mean. That those aren't easy fights. Those aren't names that anybody's just calling out. But I believe Ian Gary's matched up eventually with Colby Covington, and I absolutely love Jack Della Maddalena against Shavkat. So in the grand
Jack
scheme of
Della
things, at
Maddalena.
welterweight, yeah, welterweight division is great again, fellas. So we shall see. And we don't know if Bilal Muhammad's ever going to get a title shot, right? It's just never going to happen, right?
Never.
But
As much as we
man.
want to see it happen, it ain't gonna happen.
yeah, because we don't know what's up with Leon Edwards, and Leon Edwards apparently turned down or he accepted 3 different opponents. Bilal Muhammad was vocal about saying that he doesn't believe it, and I don't know. We'll see. Like, I think they may do like an international fight week. Leon Edwards, you throw the Jack Della Maddalena Shavkat on there, got yourself a card, right? That's $80 worth, right, or maybe more. By then, it might be a fucking $100. So, but kind of in reverse order. I know you guys got the list. We will go back. We'll get to the UFC antitrust lawsuit, but let's touch on a little bit of boxing. Tyson Fury, Rudy, your boy, looking shredded. I know we don't have the video queued up. Have you guys seen the body transformation of Tyson Fury?
No.
But I do know that he's fucking jacked.
Is he?
Yeah, he's used bowling ball and like, yeah, I mean, I kind of prefer him going into fights looking with that physique, but I don't know. Based on the last time we seen him out there, he didn't really care. Neither got beat by Francis Ngannou, and now he's got the Usyk fight that's been delayed, and it's creeping up. It's coming real soon. So
It is.
And
Yeah,
well,
bro,
along
yeah, he looks pretty good, man.
Yeah,
you've seen it, yeah, because Tyson. Well, we know Francis Ngannou is out of the picture now. Rudy, I'm going to start with you. You talked about Rudy? You said it. The Deontay Wilder fight was the fight that should have happened. He went in there against Joshua, where Joshua was just all business and made Francis kind of look silly. And Francis is in a position now where he said he wants another boxing match. But the PFL debut, much anticipated. We know he's fighting that, what's his name? The Pereira, that giant guy that's over there in PFL. So that's a good matchup. I know that'll be a pay-per-view, or I don't know if they'll sell a lot of pay-per-views. I mean, did you guys hear about the pay-per-view sales for the Ngannou fight? The Ngannou Joshua?
2.6K.
Is that real? Like,
I think so, bro.
No,
it can't be. It can't be real. It was like 4,000 buys or something like that. Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's it.
I'm checking.
That's it, bro.
I paid more for my vehicle than that. I paid more for my vehicle than that fucking event got. Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we know where the event took place, and they just print money over there, or gold, or whatever. It's unlimited money, so it doesn't really matter. But both guys made up. What's
wow,
up,
it was only 4,600.
Yeah. 4,600 buys.
Wow,
That's it. That's
bro. These headlines, it miserably fails. Damn, that's a harsh way to. Yeah, I told you, bro. But I told you, didn't I tell you guys? I told you that he was a bad investment, and it's going to get proven again in PFL. Sadly, you know, everyone has their expiration date in this game, and I mean, people can say he's far from done, but I don't think so, man.
Yeah, but you know, Ngannou's coming out right now with all kinds of excuses now, even though he would always say, "Well, I'm not going to have excuses." Well, you did. And the latest excuse was you were sleepy.
You were sleepy.
wait, what?
He was tired and sleepy. That they tricked him. That his fight was going to be at 1:45 in the morning. And at 1:45 is when Anthony Joshua was walking into the stadium, getting prepped, barely going to get his hands wrapped. Ngannou was already warmed up. He was already ready to go. And so he said that they tricked him. And so that's why the fight, that it was so delayed that it was close to like 4 o'clock in the morning, and that he was tired and sleepy.
I heard him say that.
Are you kidding me?
No,
That's a
there's
really
an
bad
article.
No, and I
Look
actually,
it up. There's an article. He
Yeah.
said that he was tired. That they tricked him
Oh
and
my
he was
God.
I
Take
actually
a-
did hear what he did say was pretty funny too. It was I guess I forget who the interview was for. It might have been Helwani because Helwani's all over Ngannou, like no matter what. He said that I guess he's like, I'm down, I'm not out, or I was down, but I wasn't out, or something like that. But he was down, right? Like he was out.
bro. He was
So,
out.
like
He did. He did the stinky leg when he was going down, man.
he did the Stipe,
He got
the
folded. He got
guitar.
folded in
That-
half.
Fucking just
Yep.
accept the
Yeah,
damn
that was
loss,
nasty.
Francis. God damn.
It was ugly, bro. Ugly.
Yeah.
It was just as bad as how remember how he
And
did
he's fighting,
Stipe, where
and he's fighting that dude that who just won, right? Bok Choy or some shit.
Mm.
where at PFL.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't remember his last name. That dude's a monster though. Like he starts out Ryan Bader like he didn't belong in there. You know what I mean?
I don't want to hear that,
Yeah.
David. I don't want to be reminded of that.
Ryan Bader got fucking ragdolled, man.
Yeah, that wasn't fair, man. Like
Yeah.
yeah, but I guess we shall see what's up with the boxing sweepstakes for Francis Ngannou. I mean, you know, the $2 million payout for that giant over at PFL. I don't know how well they'll sell on pay-per-views. I mean, given they sold 4,000 pay-per-views for Anthony Joshua, who's one of the best in the world. So it's kind of sad, but it is. And I guess we'll continue the trend of sad news with the UFC antitrust lawsuit has been settled. And man, there's so many angles to look at this. And man, I don't know, starting with you, Rob, like what's your take on this actually just being settled? And I know not all the fighters are going to get paid out like it's going to be mostly the big name guys like, Jones, Rousey, like even like truest thing you can say in the game of like Conor McGregor. He is the highest paid fighter in UFC history, but at the same time, he's the most underpaid fighter because there's no way in hell he got paid according to what he generated for the company. Like the height of Conor McGregor was the most money they've ever made in the company's history. And they may, in fact, have done it in just one fight with the crossover to fight Mayweather, right? Because what did he make? $200 million now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
$1 million bajillion. It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
But
much
your take,
money.
though, Rob,
that
on-
he
300,
he made his own
300
movie.
Yeah, 335 million is the payout, which if they're going to settle that much, the lawsuit was going to be a lot more than that.
Mhm.
And the UFC didn't want to go through all of that shit. They didn't want to siphon any more money to pay for court fees and lawyers and all that. So they just fucking decided, okay, we'll settle with 335 million. They're going to be paying these fighters, every year for X amount and whatever it is, right? On the article that Emmett wrote, some of these fighters is Kung Lee, Nate Quarry, John Fitch, Brandon Vera, Luis Javier Vasquez, and Kyle Kingsbury, just to name a few of which of these fighters are going to be getting some of this money. I don't know. They probably was just gonna, if this settlement didn't happen and the claims were going to continue to keep going, that's just more money that's going to be coming out of the pockets of both parties. So I think settling is okay. They probably not going to make a lot of money. I mean, they are going to get some millions maybe. But then they're saying that the UFC is doing this and they're going to have some sort of like tax write-off.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's going to be.
Do you think the UFC would like stop using their images?
I don't know.
And
they
stop
probably
sharing
will.
their the footage of their fights. You think it would get that petty?
Petty? Fuck yeah, bro.
They've done it. Yeah, they've done it before with several fighters.
Who are these
they
guys?
did to Ngannou, remember? They did it to Ngannou.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, he never fought for the UFC.
Yeah.
Hell, we haven't even seen a fucking. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, well, and then too, like, so Endeavor now owns WWE, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they couldn't settle for what these fighters were suing them for, and they just, you know, it is what it is. Here's 335, take it or leave it. But we're gonna do a
Yeah, and
tax write-off, so you're not gonna get
yeah,
all of it.
because I mean, the longer the process would have been drawn out,
Right?
it would have been like the people involved. It would probably take them 5 to 10 years just to get back to like where they were right now when they're at the settlement and the numbers that they agreed on. Because I'm sure they did the math and they're like, this is the time to do it. And in the grand scheme of things, to me, it's just kind of like well, Luke Thomas said it's a dark day in the MMA history. I mean, in fact, we'll look back on this day because it's just business as usual. The UFC's running the shit. A lot of these other promotions, like their days are numbered. You know what I mean? Whoever's in charge of PFL, what's his name, Davis, Bellator. People don't even give a shit about Bellator. You know what I mean anymore. One championship, they've been in financial troubles for years. So I don't know what it's going to come down to. It's either people pay to watch the UFC, and then it's the regional scene, and then you got like bare knuckle. But it's the product that's out there. It's the UFC. They run the
I'll
shit
tell you. I'll tell you what the
really
future is,
loud.
bro. I'll tell you what the future is. Card-jitsu and
Hey,
power slap,
I love
nonstop
Power
on
Slap.
TNT. Do they still have TNT? Is that a thing anymore? I don't watch
Probably
TV,
not.
but
With the channel,
Is it?
yeah.
I
I
don't
believe
know.
there's
It is
I believe
okay.
there's March Madness is happening on TNT right now. So, but
Yeah.
but yeah,
Oh,
back to like
I
the
was downtown in Dallas, man, and they had it on the big screen. There's this big building at the AT&T store or center. I have no idea what it is, but it's a huge building, and it was a huge screen, and they were showing the games out there. It was
Wow.
pretty cool, man. Really, really cool.
yeah. So I
You
think
know,
like I said,
speaking of power slap, so my coworker, you would look at her. She's this, Caucasian lady, young. You wouldn't think that she'd be watching any of this stuff. And the last week when we were working overtime, we get in there at work at 7 in the morning. She's like, Robert, I know you're into this whole fighting thing. Do you watch that power slap? And I was like, as a matter of fact, let me tell you something. So
Let
I
me tell
showed
you
her all.
something.
So I showed her
Let me
the
tell
the
you something.
fighter interviews that we've done for Power Step, and she's like, "No fucking way! You guys know these people?" I'm like, "Yeah, we know them." She's like, "Well, my husband is getting me into this. He watches Power Slap. He's been watching it since the beginning." So we watched a rerun of what's that fighter's name? The one that he came on our show and he did a shoey.
oh, Dorian.
Yeah,
Dorian, yes.
Dorian.
Yeah,
We watched Dorian's last fight, and she was like, "Oh my god, that guy
It was
is."
out of his work boot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
hell
So I
yeah.
show
Yeah,
I showed her that clip, and she's like, "Oh my god, this guy is crazy." I was like, "Yeah."
yeah. Speak.
So Power Slap it's everywhere. People are talking about it, and to the people that you didn't even know that would be watching such a thing.
I want them to bring back X Arm, dude. X Arm.
Oh, dude,
Extreme
if they bring X
combat
Arm,
arm wrestling.
this guy right
Bring
here
that
is going to
shit
be
back.
part of it.
Bring that back. You're
Yeah,
gonna
because
I will
speaking
do
of
some
like
X Arm,
division?
yeah, well,
bro.
there's like I don't know what it's gonna come to because like I said, that's a rough take on like the future because I mean you could put like the best Bellator PFL content out there, media, it's not gonna get a whole lot of traction. You put Power Slap out there for sure. UFC, it just depends. There's fans that they come and go. They're the Connor people, the route. You know what I mean? That's where we're at now. So it's kind of like, is Connor going to come back? Where are these stars? John Jones is one fight away from retiring, and who knows what he's going to do. So that's why people like what he say earlier, Mr. Gomez in the comments. It's like it's sort of like on a decline in a
Hmm.
talent perspective, but it's like then again the UFC still has the best talent, and eventually like when these organizations fizzle out, which they will, it's happened. All the talent, where do they go? They go to the UFC. And what is Dana White in charge of? His bread and butter, Dana White Contender Series, The Ultimate Fighter. They all come through the UFC. So the UFC runs the world, and this was a big. I don't know. It wasn't any good news. Like some of these fighters will get paid some kind of, but it's going to be the big name fighters. The guys you mentioned, Rob, they probably won't see a whole lot of money, but they did put their neck out there and put their, you know what I mean? And it's shitty, man. Because back in the day, the sponsors and all that, like going forward, like The Rock ain't gonna pay fighters. What does The Rock pay fighters, Rudy, to wear his shoes? Nothing.
Zero.
You know what I'm saying? So going forward, it's not like Dana White's gonna wake up one day and say, "Oh, how about I pay fighters that much more, even if it's 1% or whatever." Like the talks of them, they used to get 13% or 14 or so. Now they get 10, 11. It's business as usual.
He gives them autographed merch, is what I heard. He gives them signed merch, like the Rock gear and Rock shoes. He writes on them.
No, The Rock only buys that guy. What's his name? A house every time he wins. Remember, he needs to do
that. What the hell was that guy's name? Oh, I just forgot. I was thinking Angelusa because Roberto wasn't saying his name right.
Anglus.
Yeah.
Anglus. Hey, but you know which promotion is doing great right now? Brave Combat Federation.
Yeah.
Wait for the upcoming news of when they're gonna do their USA debut.
Yeah, because I hate to be the bearer of bad news and be negative about it, but it's like, it's you guys, everyone that's listening to the show, you guys on the panel, you guys know I've been a fighter pay advocate for as long as y'all known me, and that's just what this UFC antitrust lawsuit is. Just put a stamp on things that they're running the shit. Everybody comes to the UFC. They want your money. They want everybody's money. They want you to pay for ESPN Plus. Like even if they do a different deal, like a television, it's going to stay with ESPN. They're still going to be doing shows at the Apex. We'll get one good pay-per-view here and there, and you got to have the big name stars, right, to sell those pay-per-views. So I don't know. We're in a uncharted territory, and leading up to April 8th, you never know after that date, right? We'll get to that later. What else did I want to touch on? I want to touch on Conor motherfucking McGregor again, the Roadhouse debut. You better be watching that this weekend, watching fights, fucking Friday Challenge. You're not a real fight fan, but apparently he is training. And does he fight by the end of the summer finally? Like we're back to Conor McGregor here.
No.
He's got to lay up the coke.
No. He still has to go through the USADA pool. He's not even doing that yet. He looks like a fucking monster. So
he looks like a monster.
He's on the juice, folks. He's on the juice.
He's on the fucking juice. So yeah, he needs to get on that USADA pool before they can even talk about having him on a card.
Well, apparently he's not happy with Dana, and he's still doing like his media or his obligations for the Roadhouse. So once he's done with that, then I guess he'll just magically be in shape and ready to go. And I don't know why he wants Nate Diaz at the Sphere. Like, do you guys think that that's like the blockbuster year, right?
No.
Like, but
no,
well,
it's old news already.
No, man, it's going to be an epic event for anybody who attends the event, who has tickets to the event, who's fortunate enough to be able to get into that event.
Yeah,
they're going to have one of the greatest experience of their lives. That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's 100% true. But do we all want to see Conor versus Nate?
I do.
I don't.
I want to see an end to it. I want to see an end to it, and that's it.
No.
I think we're more likely to see.
If anything, I want to see Nate choke him out again.
But we're more likely to see honestly, we have a greater chance of Dustin Poirier fighting Conor again than Nate. You know what I mean? Because still, Nate's not an active UFC fighter. I don't think he'll just come back for like a one-off deal. The UFC will kind of want to sign him up and own Nate Diaz the rest of his life. You know what I mean? How they do those contracts, But that Nate, I know. Did you guys talk about Nate and Jorge Masvidal last week? Right, that boxing match. Like, you guys care about? Man, like what the hell is going on with that?
I'm down for it.
See, Rudy's down. I knew Rudy's down.
It's gonna be good, but Is anybody gonna watch?
I am.
Who's gonna watch?
Do you think they're gonna have more views than the Ngannou fight?
Yeah,
And
they will.
Ngannou and
We have
fucking
more buyers
Oh,
than
yeah.
the guy in fucking AJ fight.
Yeah,
Watch.
for sure, bro.
we all know what the biggest fight of the year is. It's happening soon, and it's fucking Iron Mike Tyson against the problem child Jake Pablo.
Go.
Mike Tyson is going to retire Jake Paul.
Mhm.
I seen some recent
Jeez.
videos of Mike Tyson training. Holy shit! If he can throw those
See,
bombs that he was doing in training to Jake Paul's, Jake Paul's, Jake
Jake
Paul,
Paul.
Jake's body. Oh, dude, it's over.
No, it's just
Ribs,
Jake's balls, bro.
Jake's balls. It's
see, that's
over,
how
man.
bad it. Rudy's always mentioning the Hadron Collider. Like they did something, man, for us to end up with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, right? In 2024, like they're just altering. Fucking, we're in another dimension. We were never supposed to be here,
We're
right?
in
Dude,
another
this is the metaverse, bro. Where we just
You
this
know,
is
the,
not
the upcoming,
this is
the
not the
upcoming,
real. This isn't the real world that we grew up in.
the
No.
upcoming eclipse, man, is going to change things. It's going to change the course of humanity for the rest of forever. So get
We are
prepared. Get
we
prepared.
are gonna
We sell
grow our
storable
tails
food.
back.
No, we sell storable food on our website, fightbookmma.com. Use promo code FBMMA for 10 buckets of storable food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Be
or
prepared.
sardines. Fight Book MMA
Get prepared.
sardines.
Get prepared. Get all the water that you can get and toilet paper.
Yeah, we remember how stupid it got. So get your toilet
Yes.
paper
So
now.
get your
Be ahead
toilet
of the game.
paper.
Yeah.
Go to Costco and
Oh,
buy
no,
a shit ton of food. Spend $1,000 if you can, and just go ham
Go
on
ham.
perishable. Go ham on perishable items. Get your toilet paper and your water.
Hey, bro.
And start digging out like an underground bunker.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm ready, bro.
Can I show you a video? I just want to show you guys a video.
Go for it.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
How do you feel about that, bro? How do you feel about that?
You know, I'm with him.
That's a little mean, but not yet. The fight shouldn't be happening yet. I'm sorry.
You like that?
Hey, while you're on that, Rudy. Well, on that note, Rudy, cue up that UFC 300 fantastic poster so we can give a quick grade on that. I know they just dropped that.
Oh, dude, this is the best poster they could have ever done in their entire
Like
existence
this is the crowning
of the UFC.
yeah,
This is epic.
the crown jewel of the fucking posters in history.
Bro, I mean, I'm like speechless with this poster.
Yeah, it makes me want to just spend $85. Just take my money.
Bro, I mean, look at this.
Wait, that's
There
it?
it is. There it is.
No, that's not the actual poster, is it?
Yes, it
That's
is.
it. Yeah.
That's the official
UFC
poster of UFC 300.
Yes. Yes.
No legendary fucking pictures from the past 300 fucking event.
No.
You fucking
That's
kidding me.
it.
Seriously.
100%. That's the poster, dude.
What the fuck? That's garbage. Fuck off. That's a minus 1,000. Fuck you, UFC, you cunts. The fuck kind of garbage is that to give us?
Oh shit! Calm down. Calm down.
Fuck.
Someone got
No, that's garbage.
triggered,
Come on.
dude.
That's
Yeah,
horrible.
I even seen a post of Big Marcel, our buddy. Shout out to Big Marcel Dorf, and he's like, I wanted to, or I forget his statement about the poster, but he's like, yeah, folks, this is the poster, and I thought he was joking because Marcel's a jokester, but I seen it, I verified that is the poster, and
yeah,
unbelievable, right?
Yep,
that's it.
Your Dana White.
Yeah,
oh man,
that is the UFC 300 badass poster. I am like speechless, bro.
It's horrible, dude.
Yeah,
it's like
Well,
I don't know.
we were talking about eclipses. We'll get some non-related, or actually, we'll get to it now. I mean, I was going to mention a fighter that we probably never want to see fight again, but he's probably going to fight. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah, we don't need to mention that guy on the show anymore. But non-fight related, outside the cage news, Rudy.
Hold on, either. I just want to show you guys this shit. It's so funny, man.
Oh man,
Let's see here.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
That's gold.
Like
Hilarious, dude.
Dude, you gotta send
Like,
me
I'd be
that
okay.
link.
Yeah.
I would be
That's not-
okay with just like the fucking mean mug of Pereira and just his face on it would be better than the fucking what it is, right?
Had every single champion in the background, like a thumbnail of every single champion in UFC history, I think.
Not a fan.
Except
Not
for-
a fan of this. One. Not at all.
Except for
Yeah,
Tito Ortiz, he wouldn't be on there though. Dana
Well,
White
no.
would make sure Tito Ortiz is not on there.
His
No, they
fat
have Jenna
head
on there
would take the
instead.
whole entire canvas.
Ooh, brother.
Oh yeah, he would
ooh.
fill the fucking whole back. But
What else?
let's talk about April 8th, the National Guard
Yes.
being deployed across multiple states because the
Why?
Rudy, are you in the line of the eclipse down in South Texas?
I don't know.
You're in the path. I think you're in the path, man. So
I was
National
expecting-
well, there's more than the National Guard near where you're at in South Texas, but
Dang.
it's the truth, right?
Yeah. Are we so that dang. So he's in the path. Oh man, Rudy. Better put some
Yep.
foil on your head.
Chill out.
Yeah, like schools are already they're already canceling school.
Yeah,
there's
dude,
like-
they're canceling
I'm-
schools
I'm
here
not
in
in
Albuquerque and in New Mexico, in Rio Rancho. They're
Listen,
already
like-
canceling schools because of the fucking eclipse, bro. Like, really?
When we were kids, we went
we
to
can-
school
could
and
we
this fucking
cancel-
eclipse was going on.
Bro, there was a
Went
fucking
through
tornado.
Austin.
There was
Austin is
a tornado passing on top of the school. I remember that. And the teachers are like, no, keep reading your books. Who cares? It's just wind.
That's the path, and I'm
There-
lower. I'm like 4 hours south of San Antonio, so it's not in my way.
Oh shit!
But
Okay.
we're close enough to it to where
Is it in the
something's
way
gonna
in
happen.
New Mexico?
'Cause I
I can't
hear-
really see that.
Bro, I'm hearing that.
No,
what's
it's
gonna
across the
happen
Midwest.
Is you see that green line? What's
Yeah.
gonna happen is there's gonna be a laser beam that's gonna shoot down from the sky and cut that chunk of Texas off. And what's gonna happen is that chunk of Texas is gonna float down to Africa. And then what's gonna happen is all the Africans are gonna jump on that piece that sailed over the ocean, and we're gonna go back and get that chunk and bring it back, and we're gonna bring back all the Africans that jumped on there, and then we're gonna rebuild everything into a Black Panther
Talking
utopia.
about, bro.
We're gonna build bullet trains that go underwater that come all the way back to America.
We're gonna use vibranium. They're gonna bring their vibranium.
Vibranium.
'Cause we're gonna
Wakanda?
accidentally take a chunk of Wakanda and our annexation of our land back.
But be prepared
out.
though, folks. Leading up to April 8th, things you need to know. We may mention some of them on this show. Like, do we have a show next week? Or are we
No.
off?
We're off. Because
Okay.
Rudy, you're not going to
In-
be
in-
around, and I'm not going to be around.
I'll be around.
Okay. Well, I won't be.
Well-
I'll be celebrating my anniversary.
We can have a
Well, we'll be preparing for the eclipse while you're out, El Jefe. So
Yes, sir.
we'll be preparing people.
And
We'll be
Saturday-
letting them know. We gotta know.
Yeah. The following, then that Saturday, I'll be covering the Fight World MMA event. Well, my wife and I, she's actually going to be helping me.
Oh wow,
I know.
That's good.
amazing.
Well, we'll get to more clips. Hopefully, this isn't the last show ever in history, but If so,
It was nice knowing you guys.
but
Yeah.
in the meantime, Idaho, we have a man he's from Idaho. Set the Guinness Book of World Records for putting on 10 T-shirts in 15 seconds. Which one of y'all can top that motherfucking record? Mark
Right
Amby
here.
Miller.
Mark, yeah. Mark will
I'll
be
do
able
it
to do
next time on the show. I can't do it right now, but next time I do it on the show, or do a video.
16 T-shirts. You can do 16
Nope.
T-shirts.
The old tall tees, the classic tall tees that Mark used to wear, the Canadian gangster shit.
Yeah.
Mark once said he won a poutine eating contest.
I'm not going to
Okay.
deny or confirm
But-
that.
But
Poutine
the
or
guy's name
poutine?
from Idaho, his name is David Rush, and he broke more than 250 Guinness
Wow.
Book of World Records previously accomplished at the same feat in 15.61 seconds was the old record. So
What the
I'm
hell?
gonna
What about
invent.
this one? What about Weird Al?
Yes.
that's amazing.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Apparently, where is it in Virginia State or what's the
Vermont.
college? That's all.
State.
Oh, Vermont
Vermont
State of all
State.
places.
Class based around music of Weird Al.
That's awesome.
I'm signing up. I know my buddy Ray.
Right?
I let him know. He said he's signing up too.
I'm signing up as well.
Oh my god, dude. That's
What's the best one though? Weird Al classics, because I mean,
Oh, they've
like,
had
do we
so
need
many.
more
He's
people
had
that
so many, right?
yeah.
like
He's fat.
I think the Amish Paradise is the best one.
That one's good. But the
Yeah, 'cause
parody
it's
that he did with the Michael Jackson "I'm Bad," isn't he? I'm fat.
Yeah. But if there was people like that did shit like how he did, like he would just offend everybody and people would
Oh,
be
dude, he'd
crying
be
and bitching and
canceled
shit.
in a heartbeat.
He's like
Yeah,
Gallagher.
they'd be crying. Yeah. But shout out to Weird Al though. Officially has
Yeah.
a class. You could fucking go to Vermont State and
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm
A man
Mark,
with
you're
a
close.
stick. You know, a man with a stick is pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
But what else did you want to add to that, Rudy? Because I know we have the
The
UFC card
library
to get
book.
to. Yes, Rudy, that's right up your alley.
Let's talk about this.
Rudy, that's
Tamines versus Uros Medic added
Yup.
to the UFC Vegas 91
Go
belt.
to
on April 27th.
fightbookmma.com. I published the article on that entire event.
But we're referring to the book, like you said, Rob, a library book on psychedelics was magically returned 37 years later, and they left a note in it, right?
Bro. It had it. What did the note say?
Thanks for the
It took a long
drugs,
trip.
man. Thanks for the drugs, man.
Like who checked? Yeah, it had like a little sticky note in there. So it's,
Yeah.
like where the fuck was this library at? Where the hell was it at? Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. It's the High Plains Library District in Weld County, which is where the in California, of course. It's in
Of
California.
course. Out of all
Riverside.
places.
So
California.
yeah,
California. That's
Do you think that
and the
book
book was due.
Go
No, the
ahead.
book was due back in May 30th, 1987, and now it was accompanied by a note that said, "Sorry, so late. It's been a long, strange trip."
because of that book, we have all these drugs. I'm telling you right now. It's because of that book. Everybody in fucking California is the way they are.
I wonder how quickly it was rented out again. You know what I mean? Because like,
instantly,
Oh,
probably.
dude, you know that book is behind a glass cage right now, dude. You
Yeah, like,
know they
who
got
rented
it,
that book?
and,
Like-
and it's nobody rented it. It's behind a glass case right now.
because who fucking returned it? Like Hunter S. Thompson's like family or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
So weird.
If I'm on the I'll be in California in a couple months or in a month or so. If I happen to stop through this library, if I'm close by, I might
Dude,
just
you
stop in there
better
and see
take
if
a
anybody's-
fucking selfie and see that book.
Mhm.
Get that book and take a selfie with it.
I've been in the area. I've worked in the area, so I wonder where the hell that place is at. But yeah, but yeah, those are definitely some great outside the cage news topics, and it's like, what a time to be alive. You can go and Weird Al classes offered, and yeah, we've got a clips that's apparently biblical prophecies. Like it's Terminator 2 shit, boys. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Making up
man.
history as
Gonna
we go
happen.
along.
We're making it
Yeah.
up.
So get your supplies. Dig a hole in the backyard. You need to hide.
And use promo code FBMMA
Yes.
for all your
Also, before we get into the next event, quick shout out to Anik Subramanian. He did a badass interview with Garrett Armfield, and your boy right here interviewed Ozzy Chavez. We went to a ghost town and checked out that place, and then I interviewed him over there. So we're doing things different over here at Fight Book MMA. My first interview that somewhere different was with yeah, dude, was at a haunted
Did you catch a ghost?
slaughterhouse. No, we didn't catch a ghost.
Did you find one?
No, we didn't find one either.
But if you did
But it was
find
dead.
one, could you catch it?
I would catch it on my camera.
But what if it possessed you?
Would it possess me? No,
Yeah.
no.
You don't
Oh,
think it
hey,
would possess you?
correction on the
No.
Is that different from a
psychedelics
demon?
book.
I want to know. I want to know his his
Is
views
it
on
different
that.
from a what?
Is it different from a demon, a ghost? Will it
Well,
possess
yeah,
you?
it's different. A
Is it?
a demon is something that's more demonic, and that's
Have you encountered demons on your treks into the wilderness?
into the unknown.
Yeah, into the unknown.
Yeah.
No, I have not encountered any demons. No, but I have encountered shadow people. I've seen some weird shit.
Shadow
Seen things
people?
move. Yeah, dude.
That's a little
Those are the
racist.
worst. Those are the worst.
But no
That's a little
skinwalkers, though.
racist.
Skinwalkers, not yet. Not yet. Bigfoots,
Yeah.
I've heard them, but haven't seen them.
I'll take you to where all the skinwalkers live, and it's called a place called Gallup, New Mexico.
Gallup, New Mexico, bro. You just walk down the street. Just walking down the street of Main Street of Gallup, and you'll see all kinds of skinwalkers.
No, Gallup's like during COVID, it was like Resident Evil, real life shit. I swear.
Oh,
No
dude,
doubt
it
about
was. Yeah.
But a correction on the psychedelics book. It wasn't in California. It was actually in Colorado. I misread the article. So
wow.
So it could have been Hunter. It could have been Hunter S. Thompson, his family, because he lived there in Colorado.
Yeah.
So it's a good chance.
Now it makes more sense.
See, had to clarify. Had to correct, boys. So everybody listening.
Oh,
but
shit.
We have UFC Fight Night. Amanda Hebus against Rose Namajunas. Slated for 13 bouts. The prelims are on ESPN Plus. Main card, U.S. broadcast on ESPN, begins at 7 p.m. Eastern. But of course, the early prelims will probably start about, I'd say, an hour. If they don't cancel any more fights, it'll probably be like a 6 o'clock Eastern start time. You know what I mean, for 13 bouts. But the fight poster.
I like it.
It's pretty cool.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either. I think it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah. The only thing is that I wish they would have showed Rose's fist up, not just Amanda's.
And I think anything red, black, and white UFC posters, they sort of make them work with those colorways. Like when they do the yellows, which they overuse too much, and purples, and like the last week, those suck ass. Like I'm down with this one. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But David, you mentioned the colors, red, black, and
white. That's my favorite colors.
Fight Book MMA.
Yep. But yeah, it's I mean, most of these fights we talked about it before we went live. A lot of them are short notice. They were canceled bouts. Junior Tafa was supposed to fight Carl Williams. Edmund Shabazian was supposed to fight Duszko Todorovic. Billy Q was supposed to fight Gabriel Miranda. And the much anticipated bout, which we all would have loved, everybody would be watching, is Muhammad Usman against Chris Barnett, kicking off the card.
Mhm.
So, but kicking off the card, we still got Muhammad Usman against Mick Parkin. Mick Parkin undefeated. He is the training partner of the champ, right? The
Tom
heavyweight champ,
Aspinall.
the interim heavyweight champ, Tom Aspinall. So last time out there, what did he lose? Or his last fight was a decision win, right?
Yeah, his last couple of fights have been decision wins, man. Since he came into the UFC, actually, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it hasn't been all too impressive, but neither has Muhammad Usman.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I'm
but this,
predicting this fight is going to be sandwich fight of the night
I think so too, bro.
to open up the card.
Easy,
I'm
easy
predicting
sandwich.
that now.
man, I hope
Yeah,
not.
you.
Man. If it was Barnett, high likelihood it wouldn't be. But yeah, this one here could be a snoozer right out the gate.
Yep.
This one's a
Parking
pick 'em.
decision, bro. Parking decision.
Yeah, either way, it's going to go decision. I don't think anyone's
Mm.
knocking anyone out here,
Mm-mm.
except
I got
maybe the
Parker.
fans. And it's going to be a snooze fest to open the card up
Snoozing.
for me. I don't really care who wins in this one. If I'm going to have to go with someone, I'm going to go with Muhammad Usman.
Mm.
He's an underdog, plus 125 underdog, minus 150 favorite for Mick Park. And I think Muhammad Usman is a solid underdog bet.
Yep. Hey, David.
Yeah, I'll go
Any word on
Parkins.
Fed?
Negative on Fed, so we'll see if
Okay.
he joins us before the
Okay.
end of the show because he
Okay.
is cutting
He
weight.
is
Hopefully
cutting weight,
everything
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's going well, because I mean Fed's a big boy and he cuts
Yeah,
down
he
to
is.
145 pounds. So, moving on, the prelims at 125, we have two contender series guys. Was Andre Lima the LFA champion before, right? If I remember right, because
I
Igor.
think so.
So yeah, this is Brazilian on Brazilian crime here, but both guys are making their UFC debut.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of a low key banger at 125 where these guys are making their entry, and it's Brazilian, man, Brazilian battle. So I don't know who the odds are in favor of. Rudy, are you looking at them?
Yeah. Andre Lima's a minus 185 favorite, plus 150 underdog for Igor Severino. Both are undefeated. 8 wins for Igor and 7 wins for Anderson Silva's son. Look at this
Yeah,
guy, bro. He looks like Anderson Silva's son.
he's like either Cowboy
Mascote.
Cerrone. I mean, or he's Cowboy Oliveira's fucking nephew or something, right?
Something,
Right.
bro. Look at these guys. I don't know, man. This is gonna be an interesting fight, dude. There's a lot of pick'ems fights. This should be entertaining,
Yep.
whether it goes decision or not. I
I'm
don't know.
picking Lima decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune into this one. I'm curious to see what these guys got. And coming off the contender series, they're placed on the card. If we happen to get snoozed out with Usman and Parkin, I think these guys will turn it up, and this will be a real competitive battle. And if not, somebody getting just starched out too, there's a good chance.
Fans are going
Uh,
Lima
my-
70%.
I'll go Lima. I'm picking Lima by some type of finish. I'm gonna do some tapology as we're going through them too as well.
Yep.
I got Lima.
Lima Bravo. You think he's gonna win by a decision? I think it's a decision.
It's
Wah,
decision.
wah,
here.
wah. Mini sandwich of the night.
And next up, the women's strawweight action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, sorry, bantamweight action. Montserrat, the Monster Rendon against Daria Zelenziakova, which is like, did she make her UFC debut? What card was it?
Lesniakova.
She is making her UFC debut.
That's right. Okay, she is a debut. She had a canceled fight. Okay,
Mhm.
so she was supposed to fight before. Okay.
I think she's number 1 in Russia.
Dude, she's like top ranked fighter.
Yeah,
previously
the last
fighting in
time I've
Aries.
seen Montserrat, she's 6-0, but she wasn't very, not very impressive, man.
Mm-mm.
Just a split
There was
decision.
a split decision win, bro. Her last fight.
Amidas Vidal. It was
Yeah,
kind of
I'm-
boring, man.
Yeah, I'm going for the debuter, man. Daria. She's gonna KO this chick in round 2.
She's got a lot of first round finishes.
Mm-hmm.
Daria, I think, because what's her name? Rondon's 35 with only 6 fights, so Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Russian here for sure. If I'm gonna do my Joey take and read on this fight, I'm leaning on Russia here.
Yeah, same here.
Yep.
No. Next up, prelims 145 action. Steve Nguyen versus Jarno Aarons, and Aarons is way out there in the featherweight rankings at 141 according to Tapology, and Steven Nguyen, the Ninja,
Win for the win.
what is
Yeah.
Contender
Win for
Series
the
guy
win.
previously. Yeah, previously LFA guy, Contender Series
Mhm.
was impressive on there. So this is a card with sprinkled in with quite a few of the Contender Series people. But yeah, I'm gonna go Steven Nguyen. Jarno Aarons is way out there in rankings and probably pink slip material maybe if he gets starched out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm gonna go
He's
for
gonna
a
be pink
win.
slip.
KO round 2.
Pink slips all day.
Yeah.
Stephen Wynn, don't hand that to him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, minus 220 favorite for Stephen Wynn, plus 170 underdog for Jarno Aarons. Definitely the fan favorite is gonna be my pick. I think Stephen Wynn is gonna finish him, dude, and
Hmm.
end Jarno Aaron's UFC career.
And moving on to prelims, men's bantamweight action. Miles Johns against Cody Gibson. Miles Johns hasn't fought since September. He had that controversial fight with Dan Argueta. Cody,
Guetta.
I think Cody Gibson. What is? Well, he'll
And
probably stick around even in.
he's taking this fight on short notice too. He's stepping up on short
Yeah,
notice.
it's a tough
I
pick
don't
here
know
because
about
Cody
this fight,
Gibson.
man.
Yeah, Gibson's a grinder too, man. So last time he took Katona to a decision, which he lost, whatever, at 30-27. But he's a grinder, man. He's a guy that I can't seem to pick his fights correctly too. So I'm kind of leaning towards Miles Johns on short notice here. If there's
Hmm.
good odds on that, I think Rudy, you'd probably take that too, right?
Yeah, he's a minus 125 favorite, plus 105 underdog for Cody Gibson. Um, I'm going with Miles Johns, man.
Hmm. Decision win for Johns.
Yeah, I don't think I could pick Cody as an underdog. Mark, who do you got?
Johns. By
And
decision.
Moving on to
Mark?
prelims.
Why do you like him? Do you like his
He
name?
likes his
Right.
nipples.
The
He likes
fuck
his
kind of
nipples.
shit is that?
Men's featherweight action up next. Ricardo Ramos and Julian Erosa, who was his last fight against Fed.
Yeah, his last
Yep,
fight,
and he
well,
lost.
he got like kneed
He
and
got
knocked out.
fucking
Yeah, dude.
knocked
That was his
out,
last
dude.
fight. And he so happens to be fighting on the same card as Fed as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because Charles Jourdain screwed up my night of picks when he choked out Ricardo Ramos. Ricardo Ramos is a guy I can't pick his fights right ever. So I don't really ever pick him. But Julian Erosa is another guy that's like, I don't know if he's due, in the words of the great Tommy D, but he might be due. I'm picking
Might
Julian
be due
Erosa.
for a win.
Yeah, I'm picking Erosa.
Man, I'm gonna go for Ramos by decision.
I got
I
Ramos
think
by
Ramos.
KO.
I got Ramos by KO. I think Julian Erosa's chinny. He's been knocked out the past couple of times. Alex Caceres, Fernando Padilla, and
Hmm.
I think Ricardo Ramos. He brings those flashy techniques that's gonna catch him. And I don't know. I'm predicting a bad night for Julian Erosa. He's a plus 150 underdog, minus 175 favorite for Ricardo Ramos. Um, I'm going with him via KO, some
Yep.
weird spinning elbow. He throws those
Yeah,
a
this
lot.
is the fucking parlay breaker of the night, if there ever was one, right, on this card.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. If not this next fight where it's capping off
Oh,
the
dude.
prelims, Trey Ogden against Kurt Hollabaugh, and Trey Ogden has a quality win against what's his name, Zellhuber, who's he's a
Oh,
G
dude.
now, like he's stepped his game up. But Ogden somehow got him out of there, and since then he's had a couple fizzled, canceled bouts. Kurt Hollabaugh was Contender Series, right? Right?
Yeah, Kurt Hollabaugh's
He's an
no, not
For,
XFC.
for
Contender Series. He was in the
the Ultimate
UFC.
Fighter. Yeah,
And
he's
then
the
he
Ultimate.
got cut and he won a couple of fights with the XFC. and won his fight in the UFC again against Austin Hubbard. So he's coming back against Trey Ogden, who hasn't fought in over a year. His last fight was against Ignacio Bahamondes, lost by a unanimous decision. He's actually the one minus 150 slight favorite, plus 125 underdog for Kurt Hollowball. I don't know, man. How do you see this one going? It's gonna be boring.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna be a
referencing the
boring
Ultimate
fight.
Fighter.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
boring.
because I remember he got him and Jason Knight went to war on Ultimate Fighter. That's why I thought it was a contender series. But yeah, he had a couple quality wins, like finishes. He's a finisher, Hollow Boss. So that's why I'm probably leaning towards picking him. But man, Trey Ogden, it's a weird matchup here, especially where it's placed on the card. Like this fight could probably kick off the entire event. You know what I mean? So,
Mm.
but it is the main event of the prelim, so hopefully it does deliver where we lead into kicking off the main card with our primo
I'm going Kurt
Fernando.
Hollowball, bro. Kurt Hollowball. I'm picking him by decision.
Yeah, I'm going Hollowball, and hopefully it's not a
How about
snoozer because
myself?
next fight up though, kicking off the main card, our man, the primo El Valiente, Fernando Padilla against Luis Pajuelo, and very proper to have Fed kick off a main card, man. He does
Mm-hmm.
any of his fights. I mean, last time out he fought our other Canadian affiliate up there, and those guys. I mean, they had a battle. You know what I mean? Fed, has got a lot of experience for his age, and Pajuelo was also a contender series guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah,
Contender
because
Making
series
so
his
he's
debut.
making
before that.
yeah, so he's facing a tough Fed Padilla because man, I'm hoping Fed like weight cut and everything's good too because right now I haven't heard anything back from him, but I know I'll talk to him at some point tomorrow, and then when he hits the scales, we'll see what Puedo looks like. Fed's never really had issues with cutting weight, but uh, big step up though for Puelo coming in fighting Fed because Fed's got some good names under his belt, so I'm absolutely going with Primo Fed
Yep.
Padilla gets him out of there, the under 3.
I see. I say KO
Yeah,
second
same.
round, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Rudy, you
Fernando,
got
man,
Pajuelo,
bro.
Padilla
No,
KO.
hell no. Fernando Padilla.
huh?
Hell yeah, man.
Second round samurai kick
Yeet
to the knee.
to the knee.
Yeah, moving on the main card, some more
Look at that
featherweight
picture of Billy
action.
Quarantillo, dude. It looks funny.
Yeah. Gonna fart.
I'm just gonna say right now, Billy Q wins this fight. He's must
Fuck
watch
yeah, he did.
material. Like you got to
I
watch
think
this
so
dude
too,
fight. I don't
bro.
care who he's up against. Yusuf Zalal, if he does in fact go out there and have the fight of his career, then we're in for a treat because Billy Q is in there to the end. This guy's been, hurt. He usually gets hurt. Like he does get hurt in the fight. He gets busted up, comes back. He's a comeback kid, and man, he's wicked on the ground. And the guys, you can't count him out. So I'm absolutely going with Billy Quarantillo, and that's a homie of our boy Alon Cruz. That's where I first heard of Billy
Mm-hmm.
Q. So been sticking with him all the way through.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Man, we need to get
Billy Q,
Alan
dude.
Cruz on our show again, bro.
Yeah, he hasn't been scheduled to because with the whole
No.
Bellator transition, I haven't heard
Mm-hmm.
anything about him being on a card. So
Mm-hmm.
So Billy Q is the minus 165 favorite. Yusuf Zalal's a plus 135 underdog. Zalal's another fighter on this card who had previously worked with the UFC and got let go and went to a different organization, and he won back-to-back fights. I think he won 3 in a row.
3 in a row at the
Yes,
like 5 in a row.
SCL.
yeah. So he's making his UFC rebirth, fighting
Yeah,
against Billy Q. Yeah, and I don't know, man. Billy Q's still in the UFC because he's got he's got that fire. Even at 35, dude, I
Yeah,
think it's going to be
bro.
an entertaining fight. And unless Yusuf Zalal has changed something dramatically, I think Billy Q
no,
has enough to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's crazy that once upon a time Yusuf Zalal fought Ilia Taporia and took him to a decision. Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a Mandela effect right there, right?
I'm telling you, bro. We're living in the metaverse.
Yeah, it's like
Right?
if it's incorrect, they will correct it. Like, did you guys hear about what was it, Beyonce or who was it, Alicia Keys, when they sung the national anthem or the halftime show? Like, if you watch the live feed, her voice breaks, but if you like go back and look at it on YouTube, they've corrected it. So it's like, and that's a
Mhm.
like event that millions and millions of people seen. So they could change up anything. You know what I mean? Like John Jones, like never fought OSP. You know what I mean? Fucking Mandela effect or something like that. Straight up. Or Nick Diaz was never poisoned in Canada when he fought GSP, right? Yeah.
Christ.
But back to the card. We have 135 action. This guy, they're putting him out there showcasing
Carlo
Payton Talbot,
Newton.
but it's a tough opponent here with Cameron Simon. This could be low key fight of the night. I don't know what the odds are, but I like the matchup very much. And UFC's high on their prospect here, Payton Talbot. But Cameron Simon, I think he lost his last fight though, right? It's his first loss of his
Yeah,
career,
he lost
Mhm.
his
and he
last
lost to
fight.
C-Rush.
Yep, Peyton Talbot's a minus 140 favorite, 7-0. You know, they got high prospects for this Carlo Newton looking up and comer. He's 25 years old. Cameron Simon, I was excited, dude. He was a good prospect when he came into the UFC. He's won a
Mhm.
couple, but wasn't really, I don't know. You could see that he's got holes in his game. And he lost against Christian Rodriguez by decision, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, C-Rod just had that tough fight last week with Bulgarian. So
Yeah, Peyton's a finisher. I think his powers are going to make the difference here. He's a little bit bigger too, so Cameron Simon's
Mhm.
going to have a rough night. I think Peyton could finish him.
Yeah, KO third round, dude.
Now
Mhm.
I'm going ground and pound submission.
I like that pick. Yeah, and adding to it, I'm gonna just have my Joey take, and I'm going for the American right here.
The American.
Yeah. Moving on, I guess this is somewhat of a mismatch, but Edmund Shabazian was on a slide, and he kind of came back and surprised me too because I thought he was gone from the UFC for good, but the Golden Boy is back. Is Edmund Tarverdian still coaching this dude? Right?
I think so.
I
Edmund
hope
was in
not.
his corner for his entire career. Yeah, I
Movement.
hope not. Yeah,
Hip movement.
but yeah, because he lost to Anthony Hernandez. I mean, shit, Anthony Hernandez is a stud, and that guy's a fucking grinder in this
Mhm.
weight class. So it's kind of a must win for Shabazian, but it's a dangerous fight. I think AJ Dobson's he's fought some pretty tough competition. Though. I forget that he actually did fight what's his name, Kylo Ren, to a decision. He defeated Tafan and Chukwi, your favorite fighter, Rudy, and then he had a canceled fight with Treishon. It's a weird one. It's a strange, like where it's on the card, but Shabazian's sort of a name, and I don't know.
This is
I'll
just a
take
Yeah,
weird
Shabazian.
fight.
he was like Ronda Rousey brought him into this, right? Into
Correct.
UFC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then he just started,
Started
losing.
to tank, bro.
Hmm.
And he had
Someone
that
fucked him up.
he had that miracle win against Dolce.
Yeah.
I think Derek Brunson fucked him up, and he was never the same again. That's what happened.
Dude,
Yeah.
he
But he
got fucked by Imavov, and then he lost by decision against Jack Hermanson, and then Derek Brunson just KO'd him.
tough
So
competition too, because he even
this guy, yeah, this guy is just
This is not a fight I'm
he's losing.
particularly interested in.
No, he's losing
You know,
against guys that have power, and
so
AJ
yes,
Dobson has power.
Mhm.
So
Shabazian's a minus 185 favorite, plus 150 underdog for AJ Dobson.
I'm going for the
Um,
under.
you're going for the under?
Hell yeah, dude! I'm going for the dog,
Um,
bro.
I'm going for Edmund Shabazian. I think he's going to
Mm-mm.
knee his face.
No,
Yep.
Crush
AJ's
it.
Hey,
gonna KO him in the second round,
Oh,
bro.
no, he's not.
Hmm
That's crazy,
if Coach
man.
Edmonds in his corner, he's winning. And if he goes in the ring and tries to, or who did he try to fight? He tried to fight Verdum, right? Verdum kicked him. Remember that shit? See, those were the days right there.
Those were the UFC days, bro.
The days with Verdum were classic. Like, missed that guy,
Hell
right?
yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We need Verdun back. We need that smile.
But didn't he got smashed though in where does he fight now? In Game Bread or somewhere? He got fucked up recently.
Oh, dude, he got fucking destroyed.
Dos Santos. I think Dos Santos wrecked him, right? Like 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
Dos Santos.
Man, Dos Santos, yeah, that was a war too. That was fucking nasty though, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Verdum, those were the days for sure. That guy was like choking out everybody, right? But moving on to the co-main event, the heavyweight fight of the night, Justin Tafa against Carl Williams, and there's always a Tafa, right, on any given night, any given weekend for
Yeah.
the UFC.
I bet his brother's cutting weight too, just in case Justin gets sick again.
There's another one.
Yeah, they
hiding
both
right
just
behind
get.
him.
Yeah, there's like a cousin that's in some like regional organization we don't know about, another Tafa, so and he'll
Yeah,
step up
Carl
if needed.
Williams versus Justin Taffa, minus 225 favorite for Carl Williams. Justin Taffa's plus 185 underdog. I think he's coming in. This is a short notice fight as well, isn't it, David?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't like Carl Williams' style. He's a grinder, and he's kind of boring for a big guy.
He's a decision
Um,
maker, bro.
yeah, I'm hoping Justin Taffa knocks him out, so I'm going Justin Taffa
Yeah.
to knock him
Yeah,
out
he's a
in his
decision
first.
machine for
Yeah,
sure.
he is.
Yeah, see, that's crazy too, because he was slated to fight Junior Tafa. That's why I mentioned, like, and like you said, the brothers he might be cutting weight because yeah, he was supposed to fight Junior. Now he's fighting Justin.
Yeah, dude.
So
He's a decision machine. But Justin Taffa, he's healthy, I hope, and he'll win third round KO.
yeah, hopefully it's not a snooze fest, but yeah, I like
Mm.
Tafa's chances of getting a finish because yeah,
Mhm.
if it's Carl Williams decision machine, it will stink up the card going into the main
Fuck
event.
yeah,
So
dude.
yeah, so but main event. 5 rounds, Amanda Hebus against Rose Namajunas, her second time around at flyweight. And surprisingly, Rose Namajunas is not going to have her main coach in the corner, which is kind of weird. So I don't know if that's a good or bad sign. But yeah, I heard her pre-fight interview for Media Day. She said she's got a little bit stronger and her weight cut's a little bit better this time around. She said she had a shitty weight cut last fight and just a lot of things. You know, Rose, it's always something. If it's not a Pat Barry not cornering correctly, or there's something, you know what I mean? Because you know Pat Barry's going to be there. So,
Hmm.
but it's I don't know. Rose probably could make another title run, but Amanda Hebus, she's always game, and it's just the experience factor with Rose fighting so many 5 round fights, fighting the champions, and this is her first 5 round fight for Hebus. So we shall
Yeah,
see.
this is her. She's actually going to be making her main event debut with the UFC. So a lot of pressure. She's probably putting a lot of pressure on herself, being that it is her first 5 rounder, her first main eventing, going against a very tough thug, Rose Namajunas. So, I mean, Rose did lose her last 2 fights, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna pick.
Yeah,
I'm picking Rivas for decision win.
Yeah, same
yeah
here.
without Trevor Whitman, we'll see what Rose has got, but she's got the
Hmm.
experience. I'm leaning with Rose, but I could
I'm
see
going
Amanda
Rose.
Hebus be tough to the end. But yeah, I'm going Rose. I think she's
I'm going Thug Rose Namajunas, minus 185 favorite, plus 150 underdog for Amanda Ribas. I think she's
I
just
think these
more experienced. Her last two fights weren't even that bad, man. They were losses by unanimous decisions. Um, and she was former champ. This is a lot of pressure on Ribas. I don't think she's got enough to, got what it takes to go up against a bigger, stronger Rose Namajunas. So she's got this,
but if
bro.
she does though, Hebus, I always kind of seen her being in that position to possibly compete for the title. But after I win over Rose is big time, big quality win, biggest win of her career. Big night though, 5 rounds, and I see these ladies going to war, fight of the night,
I'm
main event.
predicting this event is going to be another 5 or less.
Another 5 or less.
5 or less.
I'll give it a 6.5. I think it's
Uh,
gonna end up being decent.
A pre-grade, yeah, we got to do the pre-grades. But I mean, we're slated for
Pre-grade.
13 bouts. Hopefully, they all stay intact. We'll see how everybody
Mhm.
looks on the scales. They got to meet the scale before they make the walk to the cage. So we shall
Mhm.
see. Better have
Yep.
ESPN Plus to watch the prelims. Or you're not a real fight fan, and you'll be watching every single second of every round. You know the drill.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So, no.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. It's very unfortunate that we won't be able to talk to Fed, but that's okay. We understand he is cutting weight. He's got to make weight tomorrow. I'm sure he's resting right now, and he just doesn't. I don't know, but you know
Yeah.
what? It's all good. We'll get him on the show after his fight and to talk about the win. 'Cause obviously, he's going to win, and yeah,
Yeah, there's been some soldiers that done their fight or done their interview with us cutting weight. I think Jimmy Flick did it. Didn't Tim Means
yep,
do it once? So
yep,
we can
yep.
understand, like not everything goes right during a weight cut, and depending on how a fighter, how they have their day scheduled out, nothing ever goes right when it's fight week. And if you have
Hmm.
all that shit down and down to the science, I mean, a lot of fighters have that, but cutting weight, it sucks, and you got to make sure you're ready to
Yeah.
go. You're going
We
to
also
fucking
had
battle.
we had Jimmy Duong Crazy Lokes on. He was cutting weight for his fight. Remember that, Roberto?
Oh, the Lokes.
We
The
need to get
Yeah,
Lokes.
we need to get Crazy Lokes back on.
Oh my God,
man.
that guy is a character.
We need to get Crazy Lokes in fucking Power Slap or something, right?
Yeah.
You power slap against a long neck.
Man, he might just kill it. You never know.
Oh shit.
But
All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. Really do appreciate everybody's support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Here in the near future, I will have the audio up. I couldn't do it for the last 2 episodes. My whole deal just crashed. But it's up and running. I will have this audio on the audio platforms. So yeah, David, you know what to do, bro.
yes, indeed, another one in the books, boys. Feels good to be back. We will be out next, or Rob will be out next week. We may, in fact, have a show. Joey may fill in, but yeah, we'll hopefully be back before the world ends and the eclipse and everything we talked about. So, but for all the latest combat sports news around the world, around the clock, go to fightbookmma.com. For all our previous episodes, wherever you get your podcasts, look us up there, sitting ringside, Fightbook MMA. For myself, Dave Rodriguez, Mark Amby Miller up north, Rudy Lara, producer at Hand Down South, and the boss, El Jefe, Roberto Villa. We are sitting ringside. Enjoy the fights.